All right, and welcome back to a super exciting episode of Stardom Bed'em Fantasy Football Podcast, where gambling meets fantasy. I'm your host, Brendan Shelley. I'm with my man, Dan Ambrose. Dan, what is going on? Welcome back, buddy. We had a little bit of an off season, unintentional.
Yeah. Welcome to Las Vegas to you. Big move there. Shout out to Lennar, building your house. What great company, huh?
Don't do this, Dan. I don't want to get banned by the FCC because of the things I've said about Lennar. If you're buying homes, folks, don't go near Lennar ever. They're evil corporation. All right. It's like Initech for my Office Space fans out there. They're an evil corporation. Just stay away from them. But yes, it's good to be back in Las Vegas. It's good to see Dan in person what has it been 2 times? I've been here for like 2 months. So that's good progress. It's not bad. Not bad at all. But it's good to be here. The weather's nicer right now. It's going to suck in a few weeks. I'm well aware of that, but
you just don't go out during the day.
That's it. Yep. Just don't enjoy the sunlight. Just go to the cave and enjoy it for those few months like a bear, and then come back
outside.
out.
Yeah, go outside when the sun goes down.
That's the move. Yep, exactly. Let's hit the ground running, man. A lot. So we had the Super Bowl. The Seattle Seahawks are Super Bowl champions. We did call that on this show. Our bets did okay that day. I don't have the exact numbers with me, embarrassing enough. I can bring up my Pick'It app.
I don't think anyone cares. They're about 4 months away. So
that's true. That's a very valid point.
We've already made it through March Madness. Now it's into the NBA playoffs. No one remembers what prop bets they bet on the Super Bowl.
Let's just hit it, man. So there's not a lot of bets we can go over right now. We're not going to do our full season bets. We have a very special guest joining us for that. A very renowned analyst that's going to go through his rankings. We're going to use those rankings and just make our prop bets on full seasons. I don't even think he knows that. I don't think legally he can do that with his position. So it'll be pretty fun. Yep, we're going to have a lot of fun with that one. Some big changes, man. I think, why don't you hit it? Let's go ahead and you just start going through that list. We got a whole list of offseason moves, and basically I'm thinking we just go team by team, Dan, and then we touch on some big moves,
So, we'll kind of start with, I guess at the top, we'll just go alphabetical order. So we'll go with the 49ers.
Mike Evans.
My opinion, the 2 biggest ones, right? Mike Evans and Christian Kirk. I think those are pretty good signings there for them.
Yep. Massive. Christian Kirk. I love that. It's a big signing for them, but big improvement. They needed it, honestly. Obviously Ayuk's been out of there for how long? Ricky Pearsall's shaking off gunshot wounds, playing pretty well, but he hasn't been a true de facto one. The end of last season, he played great though. So this kind of hurts his value. Keep that in mind. Anything else from their team kind of stand out for you? For me, I think that's kind of the 2 big boys right there.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much it for me as far as that goes. Then we go off to Chicago. DJ Moore traded out, right? Bears get 2nd round pick for him. And then your boy Case Keenum is back, so that's good.
Yeah, major upgrade, obviously. Case Keenum. Some big moves for the Bears this offseason. I am excited about DJ Moore going to the Bills. We'll get into that in a second, but overall, that getting a second for an aging receiver that's his best season was behind him, that's good for the Bears. His best season may be in front of him, though, in my opinion. I really feel that way. Less for this season specifically. Pretty good. They did get Khalif Raymond from the Detroit Lions. That's a decent pickup too. Otherwise, though, Case Keenum, baby. Let's go to the Bengals.
My last year's Super Bowl hopeful Bengals. I don't really see much going on here. Nothing.
Orlando Brown,
crazy.
Smart. They locked him in. They locked in Orlando Brown. They gave him a 2-year extension. That was smart on their part. Otherwise, I'm not. Yeah, they didn't do anything. They really haven't done anything.
And the worst part of the whole offseason, they kept their coach.
That they did. Yes. And he's excited, so somehow he's in, and I don't, it doesn't make any sense to me either. I agree. Here's the Bills, man. This is a big one. So let's go over some of these big ones here. I think one of the ones, the most obscure one that I'm seeing is the Dawson Knox re-signing. For all you Dalton Kincaid fans, yeah, this is it, man. I think it's time to sell Kincaid. I was saying it before last season. I'll say it again this season. Great talent. He's just not doing what they think he could have done, I think, and what I thought he was going to do. But obviously, freaking A, man, DJ Moore, massive, massive pickup for them. They needed that true alpha receiver. Keon Coleman was not that guy. Other people on that team was not that guy. Invest in DJ Moore. I would take him in your fantasy drafts often and early. I'm serious too. I think he's going to play very well in that offense.
So
what do you think?
I'm not sure if I mentioned it in the Super Bowl episode or not, but I'll just say it again to remind people. The Bills will be my Super Bowl pick this year, as they have blown up the curse in Buffalo and starting a new stadium, and that's all they would have needed to do all those years. So I think they bring a championship home to Buffalo.
That's all it takes, man. Like I said before in another episode, the Philadelphia Phillies, just Philadelphia in general, was cursed for a good 20 years because we built over the statue of William Penn. When the Comcast building was erected, they put a little statue of William Penn. That year was 2008 for my Philly people. Philadelphia Phillies won, baby. That was all it took, Dan. That's all it took. You breaking curses, you got automatic wins.
Right.
That's the way to do it. Yes. Yeah. And then we're at the Broncos now. I highlighted a few guys here. I'm happy little Jordan Humphrey re-signed because if Al Michaels is still alive next season, I'm excited for him to call that name again. He struggles so much for it. It makes my life. Adam Troutman, this was a confusing one for me. They did a 3-year extension with him. Peyton loves that guy. He's going to keep him around until he retires. J.K. Dobbins re-signed. Pretty good season for him last season. He's going to be eating your R.J. Harvey shares. Jaleel McLaughlin, they signed him as well. So kind of business as usual. They got Sam Ellinger. I don't see any other big ones. I thought they got a pretty good wide receiver there, Dan, didn't they?
Well, Ellinger will be big for them because when Bo Nix doesn't play because he's pissed off at Sean Payton, they're going to need somebody.
That they will. And why not take the guy that failed with the Colts when they didn't have a quarterback? The guy that blew his only opportunity his whole career. Is there one more big signing in the Broncos? I don't know why we brain-farted this. Jalen Waddle, man. This is massive for the Broncos. It is hard for our Cortland Sutton fans and believers. And a lot of young receivers in that team, but they're going to take a backseat to Jalen Waddle. It's going to be nice to see him do well again. I think he will strive in this offense. He did really good for Miami a few years back. I'm seeing it again, man. I think he gets easy 90 catches, 1,000 yards with this team. What do you think with that? Bold move or what? Not as bold as your Bills call.
I don't think that I really don't think that
Nick's can sling it.
Yeah, I'm just not that guy with Bo. I just don't believe it.
We'll see. Okay. We will see.
Yeah, I'm not. I think that the Broncos were very fortunate that the AFC West was down last year. More power to them, right? I mean, but the fact that they weren't able to really do much in the playoffs doesn't shock me either.
Yeah, they didn't do anything. And which moves us on to, speaking of doing nothing, we're at the Browns. And I see jack shit, man. I got, they released Jack Conklin. Outside of that, I'm a couple guards they released. They're cleaning house over there, man. They're just trying to make it work so they can get Arch Manning next year, whoever the first pick will be.
Are they trying to work?
The Joko's unsigned. He's unsigned right now. So it's unfortunate. I thought Dallas Goedert would be gone from Philadelphia and we'd bring in Njoku. I think that would be a decent kind of the same level upgrade because they're both talented when they're on the field, but they can never stay on the field. Maybe a change of scenery would have helped, but not sure. Browns, no idea what you're doing. Really don't know. Anything else you want to talk about with the Browns? Shedeur Sanders got pulled over, was very polite to the officer. I watched that video. It was impressive. Yeah. Well played, Shedeur. Well played. Then he drops the sergeant's card at the end or whoever that was, the police commissioner. That was a good move. Power move.
Buccaneers, next one. I had Kate Otten was, I guess, re-signed right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jake Browning going to be there to back up Baker.
Yeah. And Kenny Gainwell, man, this is a big one for them, I think. And it might hurt the shares of our beloved running back there, Dan. I think he's gonna get a little hurt in the nuts this year. Rachaad White's dead for one. This Kenny Gainwell signing is just Rachaad White's out.
I'm kind of curious about them this year because Evans being gone, I would say Baker probably getting to that age where he can't really be playing hurt and be effective. I think we kind of saw that last year. So I have some worries about the Buccaneers this year.
Yeah, Mike Evans leaving. Chris Godwin, let's see if he can limp out there and put up some good numbers. I don't know. I love Bucky Irving after last season, but once again, I think Kenny Gainwell is going to eat into his backfield. You got guys like Sean Tucker. He's dead too, so it's going to be the Bucky Irving, Kenny Gainwell show. So it's the way it's going to go. Cardinals, what a crazy offseason for them. This is going to be a hell of a year for the Cardinals. They brought in Gardner Minshew, the mustache machine, a little Minshew magic. Let's see what he can do this year. I think he's going to get on the field, unfortunately. What else are they going to do? They're going to draft somebody this year. The quarterbacks are not great.
Correct.
Yeah, so it's going to be an interesting team this year, a new look. Tyler Algier was signed there. That's a big signing, in my opinion. It really kills a couple of the players there that people had high hopes for. The Cardinals' backfield is basically going to be upside down now, in my opinion. So they re-signed James Conner. That's a big one, which confused me. And then Trey Benson was the guy. I love Trey Benson. I think everybody that knows this show has heard me talk about Trey Benson a few times. So he's dead. I'm going to move on from him. I'm going to unload him while I can get anything before anybody realizes how much of that backfield is going to go to Tyler Algier. He's just that short down power back. And yeah, interesting offseason for Cardinals. They're just reloading, man. They're just shoring up to get that first pick in 27.
Yeah, they'll probably find a way to blow it. Minshew will probably come out, win like 5 games, and just blow the whole plan.
Yes, you're 100% right, dude. He's so good at that. He's going to win us some props. I know that. We will bet on him for sure. That's going to be a blast.
I'll let you talk about your team anyways. You love the Chargers. So
I do like the Chargers. Yep, they were my pick last season. They shit the bed. My winner of this pickups was Keaton Mitchell. The Chargers, obviously, we know Harbaugh loves to run the ball. And Omarion Hampton really did a good job shoring up that backfield, but injuries kind of screwed him at the end. Keaton Mitchell, man, he's going to be the guy picking up those extra carries now, and he's so fast. I think it's going to be really fun to see him in that offense. I really do. Kamani Vidal's still there. Jarrett Patterson's another one, but Keaton Mitchell's the guy to watch out for. You can buy him pretty low right now in Dynasty.
I think the biggest winner on the Chargers right now is Trey Lance somehow figuring out a way to make $6.75 million.
Hey man, that name's exciting. He's gotten some action. He's fun to watch. We'll see what happens. I was hoping he'd sneak onto one of these teams like the Cardinals and get an opportunity. I really was, but they locked him in there. The Chargers kept him. As a viable backup, man. He really is. He looked pretty decent when had opportunities. How about the Chiefs? This is a pretty crazy offseason for them. Very unprecedented for Andy Reid.
As far as what? Just trying to make his team better or what? or signing Travis Kelce?
No, that's not unprecedented. That's very Andy Reid. Kenneth Walker, bringing in Kenneth Walker. I'm trying to remember a superstar running back coming to a Philadelphia team or even Kansas City in his tenure there. Have they had a running back that you could say, well, that's a surefire superstar? I don't think they had one. I really am trying to think off the top of my head. They've had some good backs. They've gotten lucky with talent, with drafts and all that stuff. But Kenneth Walker, man, he's legit. He looked great in the Super Bowl. And yeah, I'm excited to see what he does there. I really am. Travis Kelce re-signed. Mari DiMarcado, Mr. Fumbles, he's signed there as well, so he can back him up as well over there for Kenny Walker. Colts just throwing away money. They give Alec Pearson a massive, massive deal. Mind you, the guy has the longest, he had the best stats for long ball. You know what I mean? Congratulations. Speed wins in the NFL, and he's a winner. I just want to know what happens because I don't know if you can give somebody that much money and lock up that much room and then sign guys like Daniel Jones for $88 million. And I mean, they got rid of Pittman. I guess that helped out with the whole cap issue because Michael Pittman had a pretty good salary. They sent him over to the Steelers. I like that for both teams, in my opinion. I'm curious to see what happens with that Colts team, how they kind of change pace because Pittman was always a reliable third down guy and getting those big catches when they needed him underneath. He's just a big dude. So I don't know.
Is Richardson playing this year?
No, he's not playing for the Colts. I'll tell you that. There's some interest for him. That's what I've read. But obviously they got Daniel Jones, who's going to be out for the beginning of the season. And they have, who's their starting quarterback right now then?
It's Daniel Jones.
he's hurt. He won't be starting.
You don't think so?
There's no way. Nah, no way. I don't think so. They have Riley Leonard and obviously Anthony Richardson, but I think they're going to trade Richardson. That's what everybody's saying.
Leonard played last year at the end, right?
Yeah, he did. He did. So I think there's a strong possibility at the draft or around the draft, Anthony Richardson's on the move, or they just keep him, but he's not going to be a contributor this season. They're going to do everything they can to keep him off the field so they don't look stupid if he has a big game. That's what they do.
So everything I see says Jones is targeting week 1 return.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought his recovery had him in week 4 coming back.
So Achilles injuries aren't what they used to be. You just bounce back like a rubber band.
Yeah, yes, they sure do. The people listening that have torn an Achilles are like,
right?
The fuck is he talking about? Oh, man. Commanders, let's get it, man. They did some weird-ass moves, but I like them. The one
got a lot of people.
They did. They did. They've done some smart things. So Treylon Burks, if you remember, they got that first-round pick, your raw talent. They picked him up last season. Did pretty well at the end of the season. They gave him an extension, very cheap, very smart. Rashad White, the guy that died in the Buccaneers team, like I talked about, he's there. Remember, they don't have a running back. They really don't. Then they got Chigakonkwo. I love Chigakonkwo. I really do. I think he's a talent. He played great for the Titans when he had the opportunity. His rookie season, I think, was his best season, like 50-some catches. Watch for him to impress here. I'm serious. I think he's in the right position in a team that appreciates the tight ends. And he could go off. You got guys like Logan Thomas getting 80-something catches there like 3 years ago. There's a real chance that they kind of stay with that philosophy and guys like Chig eat. So I'm curious to see how that goes. Van Jefferson, they signed him. He's always bouncing around. He's probably a trivia contest at this point. Laramie Tunsil, they got him as well. I like it. I like this offseason for them. Kind of quiet, but it's smart. They're filling a lot of holes there.
Yeah, I mean, their big things are going to have to keep Jaden healthy. So that's where the money should be spent and stuff like that. So hopefully Tunsil does that for them. Did you see the new uniform?
No, it's just the old school, right? It looks like the old Redskins, right?
Well, they threw it's not the Redskin one. They threw the I guess the native arrow thing in there. So they're trying to get back without getting back.
Yeah. So I wasn't a big fan of it. The uniform, it just sort of looks like the old one in my opinion. Obviously I said Redskins. I'm just stating what the uniforms were with that previous team. Cowboys, man. George Pickens, big move for them last season. They kept him for a franchise tag. He's going to be bitching.
Doesn't want to sign. He won't sign.
Yep. He's going to be that bitch that we all know he is. He's going to be crying the whole time. I'm excited for this. I really am, because you have Jerry Jones versus a diva wide receiver all over again. And Jerry Jones does not have the mindset to do Des Bryant, to do Michael Irvin anymore. Jerry Jones is like 90 years old. So
what about a little George Pickens for A.J. Brown?
I would do it in a heartbeat. I hate George Pickens. I don't hate A.J. Brown. I think he's just, I
think A.J. Brown hates Philadelphia.
I think so too. That's what I'm saying. That's why I would do it, just to get some really good return on A.J. Brown. Javonte Williams, signed him for 3 years, $24 million. He earned it, man. He played great last season. He has best statistical career in terms of, everything, man. His yards per carry, his yards before he was touched, the yards after contact, everything you look at, he just killed it with it. So pretty happy that he earned that. I was a big fan of him in Denver. It was sad to see the injuries really took him off the chart. Now he's back, man. He made us a lot of money last season too. If you guys listen to every episode, we chased him on like 4 games. He made, with those catches, 2.5, over 1.5, over 2.5. He got it, no problem.
What about Sam Howell? He would have been a superstar in Minnesota.
You were calling that preseason. You're 100% right. And they were so confident in Sam Howell, they dropped Will Greer, former Dolphin, so that was a big move for them. Then we got the Dolphins, speaking of which. Dolphins, Alec Ingold, they released him. So no more fullback there. They're probably going to put somebody else behind the line. That's the way. You're
not even talking about the biggest one first?
No, I'm not going to do it. You take it.
You're not going to talk about Tua?
Not so. I'm saving that. Tua? I think this whole season is going to be hilarious because, last season, my guy that I hung out and really pressed was freaking Justin Fields. All right. So I got trolled all season. I think you guys heard it every freaking episode. I have high hopes for Malik Willis. I really do, dude. If you look at his statistics, mind you, it's a smaller sample size, but the guy averaged 40 yards a game rushing, which is like the cheat code, as everybody, the Konami code. Literally, you get some more points in fantasy. He's a guy to stack up against. He gets some more points with betting too. Then on top of it, you got to look at some stats. Devon Achane, another guy. I think it's time to trade him. I don't know what you can get. You might be underselling him, but I think you should trade him. You have a team that's trying to rebuild, for one. You have a Malik Willis who, you look at statistics last season, Malik Willis in 2025 checked down 6.4%. And then the year previously, obviously we're talking small sample size, but 7.1. Tua, 16.5. In 2024, he did 12.5. So in those 2 seasons, he averaged the 4th most out of any quarterback checking down. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers was probably number 1, but Malik's not going to be looking at Devon as much. So you might want to keep that in mind when you're drafting him so high. Those receptions are going to go down. And in this offense and with that offensive line, I wouldn't trust anybody behind it. I'm curious to see how this season goes. It's either going to be an absolute shit show or this weird team that sneaks wins. I don't know.
I'm going to lean shit show.
Yeah, I think you're right. I really agree with you. Tua's gone. We talked about that. And they signed Tutu Atwell, trying to get some speed to replace Tyreek Hill. Man, we'll see. I don't know. Let's go to the birds. Let's just move on. What do you think of Tua?
I mean, he needed to leave town, right? I think they just both needed to split. I mean, we'll talk about the Falcons here in a bit, but like, I think it's a good fit. I'm glad that the Falcons, I guess, woke up away from Penix.
Yeah, he's killing me. I got him on like 2 dynasty teams. I'm so pissed. I should have traded him last season. He went down before he could.
Speaking of going down, let's go to the Eagles.
Eagles, pretty busy offseason. All right, it feels like they're stacking up for those wide receivers just in case they make an A.J. Brown trade. All right, so first things first, a couple good guys are going. Jahan Dotson, I loved him. I think he was a good fit for us. He's gone. But right now, we got Devontae Smith, obviously, A.J. Brown. They signed Hollywood Brown, former Chief from last year, didn't really do anything. This is a big one. Yesterday, they traded Dontanian Wicks. This might have been yesterday or the day before. Decent trade. We'll see what he can do. He obviously was not getting his opportunity in Green Bay, but I'm a fan. I like it. And then we got Elijah Moore, and I really liked Elijah Moore coming out of college. I thought he was going to do very well, ironically, on the Jets. Shut up, Dan. But I thought Elijah Moore was going to be a good wide receiver. So, yeah, I'm happy with the improvements that they made, but you got to keep in mind it's probably A.J. Brown. He's gone. And just in general, another loss. This is going to be the only defensive player I'll talk about. Jalen Phillips is gone, too, and the Eagles have a huge hole to fill in that pass rush.
What about QBs changing plays in the huddle? We changing that this year or no? Or is that just rumor?
All right. That we'll see. If you watch that video and you have all these analysts, it's like the Diana Taurasi pictures at this point. Or not Diana Taurasi, whatever, Rossini, whatever. It doesn't matter to me.
It does the Taurasi.
Yeah, it does the Taurasi, exactly. People are going to make their own picks. And they're going to make their own assumptions. I think, I think Jalen was involved in that play. I think he was, but I think Petula was just so out of his realm. And I think Nick Sirianni, as a head coach, should have seen this and stepped in and called the fucking play. That's what I think. He was the offensive mind that we got, and he was supposed to be this brain. And he's a leader. The guys rally around him. But I think it's going to be an interesting season for the Eagles. There's a lot of reports about, crap going on in the locker room against Jalen Hurts. I don't know how much of it is true, how much of it's just coming from one source, A.J. Brown. But but it's not good. It's not good to read that, and that gets in people's minds. And I think this draft's going to say a lot because the Eagles are going to make the play after June 1st. So we're going to shape up the team probably to what it will be without A.J. Brown around this draft. So we'll see what happens. But I heard he's going to the Patriots. Yes.
Yeah, I heard that a couple of times as well.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did. We won't hear that as often anymore. All right, let's hit the Falcons.
So Falcons big pickup. Obviously, we talked about it. Tua, Kirk Cousins is gone, so I guess Tua is going to be there now to train Penix. So that's great. Kyle Pitts is franchise tag. That's probably a good one. He kind of came on stronger at the end of the year, right?
Oh yeah.
He should
Yep.
be. I think this will be an interesting year for him, just to see how he does. And Mooney, does that mean anything that they released him?
No, he's a decent player. I like the Jahan Dotson signing. I like that a lot, actually. I think he's going to play well there with Drake London on the other side. I think Jahan Dotson's a decent wide receiver when given the opportunity. He kind of proved himself Philadelphia to me. Kyle Pitts, like you said, Lamine Zacchaeus, he made us some money last year, so maybe we'll follow that. And I'm curious. I say curious a lot today, but because I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen with this whole Tua saga. Obviously, Penix is going to be out for a little bit with his injury. When he comes back, I
Penix
think
ain't
this
coming
is
back. He's not coming
yeah.
back. They're
He's
done,
obviously
man.
going to come back, but I don't know if he's going to come
He's
back
not
to the
playing.
field.
He's not
No,
playing.
he's not going to play.
Yeah.
You're 100% right. All right. What do you got next? Who's up
we'll
next?
move to
The
your
Giants.
that you're so high
Oh,
on.
yeah.
You love your Scataboo and Dart team there.
I do like both of them in Dynasty.
Isaiah Likely, your boy Isaiah Likely.
Huge signing. That is a wonderful signing. I'm extremely excited in this. If Likely can stay healthy, that's the key words right there. I mean, we're talking 65 to 80 catches in that range. I'm serious. They lost Wan'Dale Robinson, right? Wan'Dale Robinson's no longer there. So Wan'Dale Robinson leaving opens the door for slot receivers and solid tight ends to catch those balls underneath. And we saw Jackson Dart last season. He scrambles. Isaiah Likely's used to that kind of quarterback. He's going to be chasing. He's going to know where to go to get open. He knows the spots. He knows the seams. I'm very excited for Isaiah Likely. I think that was a great signing. For $40 million, that's a steal. I really feel that way. 3 years, $40 million. Great signing on their part.
The best signing, though, for them by far, though, is Harbaugh. So, I mean,
yeah, there's no question.
Yeah, that'll there alone will maybe not next year, but it'll pay off dividends in the future.
No, I think they got a young, talented team there. I really think the Eagles need to watch out for the Giants. I think the Giants
they don't have a quarterback, man. They don't have a quarterback.
I like Jackson Dart. He's exciting for fantasy and for gambling. Yeah. God damn it. Yeah.
They're not going to win games. They're not going to win games. We'll move on to the Jags. Pretty quiet for them for the most part.
Chris Rodriguez, he played pretty well in Washington, D.C. We'll see what happens with his fit there with the Jaguars. Travis Etienne's gone.
Yeah, I was disappointed with that. So, I was kind of hoping he would have stayed.
Yeah, it would have made sense. You know what I mean? I like that. I know they love Bashal Tutin, so everybody's going crazy about him, but I think Rodriguez is going to eat into his lion's share. Tutin's more of a scat back or third down back. If he can run between the tackles, he'll be very good, but I don't know. I really don't know if he can for a whole season workload. He's a little guy. Watch for guys like Quinn Allen. He was our other draft pick last year. Very talented guy. So I think if he gets the opportunity too, he's probably going to be slated as number 3 there. I think he's going to do okay too. Otherwise, I'm not much. There really isn't much there.
Well, the good news is the next team is your pick for AFC East champion from last year, the New York Jets.
Yeah, well,
and no one I feel worse for than the one guy who just wants to get the fuck out of town, and that's Breece Hall. Breece Hall gets franchise tagged, and he's just got to be hating life.
I know he does. This is the most confusing. I mean, talk about ruining a guy. Like, you have your opportunity to get out of the city. Not only are you stuck there, but you're on a 1-year franchise tag where it's basically take it or leave it. You know what I mean? He's screwed. He has to play lights out to get to another opportunity for another team. I thought he had it going into this season. It sucks. Geno Smith's back. Maybe he'll get punched in the mouth again. I don't know. This is going to be fun to watch. I'll tell you that. Jets dumpster fire continues.
First coach fired this year?
You know what? Yeah, I like that. Maybe it could be Zach Brown.
Ooh, if they get off slow, I think you might be right there. But
yeah.
I do hate that, though. Like, for teams like, I understand giving Aaron Glennon a shot. I hate it, though, when, like, teams like if the Bengals were to fire Zach Brown after, like, week 3 or 4, That makes no sense to me. Like, if you didn't have that much faith in the guy, just get rid of him at the beginning.
Get rid of him. 100%, man. And I did see Aaron Glenn. I didn't get a chance to talk to him, but I saw him in San Diego. I was out there for a work trip, and Aaron Glenn had a table right next to mine. So that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Very random. I snuck a picture, and it was very, very obvious I snuck a picture. So bad.
You're the guy that signed Justin Fields. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. He saw what I saw, God damn it. I wanted to speak to him about that.
That's the problem.
I wanted to speak to him about that. Let's hit the Lions, man. The NFC studs here. Let's see what you got with them, man. David Montgomery. Gone.
Yeah. I think this is another one of those teams where, like, I was pretty hard on Dan Campbell last year at the end of the season.
You should have been. You were more than welcome to be. You should have.
Again, I don't think Detroit's in the spot to be like, we need a change so quickly. I'm not saying that he deserves that either, but he made some really, really poor decisions last year. And I don't know if that's going to change. I do enjoy his aggressive play style and stuff like that, but, like, man, you just have to know what you're good at and what you're not good at. And that offense last year, like, I still do not understand the whole play calling switch.
Yeah, it was very confusing. And it's so ironic because Ben Johnson, they lost him, and Ben Johnson was unbelievable, but he really screwed up some play calls at the end of the season. Probably lost them a couple games, like very, very pivotal games. Yeah, man. Dave Montgomery gone. Isaiah Pacheco is going to be the new guy behind Jahmyr Gibbs. Dan says sell. Get out of there. Outside of that, they got Tyler Conklin. He's an exciting tight end. He might eat into something that Laporta might be trying to get back from that rookie season. I like Conklin. And when he gets an opportunity, he plays pretty well. That's all I got for them.
Green Bay, I kind of feel the same way. That's our next team.
Few things. Santini, we talked about Wicks leaving. So the big change with Packers, I think, and this might come back to bite him in the ass because we all know Christian Watson can't stay healthy. Romeo Doubs, man, he's gone. He went to the Patriots. They need an improvement at wide receiver. They're going to get A.J. Brown, but boy, isn't it nice they have Romeo Doubs right now? The Patriots are a great fit for him, in my opinion. He's going to get more opportunities. He was splitting a lot of time with those wide receivers. The Packers had about 3 or 4 that are almost the same people, so I'm happy for Dobbs to get an opportunity over there.
So this has to be Golden's year then, right? This is kind of, I think there's a lot of questions right now with the Packers. Love needs to do something as well.
It's Love 100% has to do something. He fell off the face of the earth. Jaden Reed, he's another guy that everybody was very excited about last season. People were trading first-round picks in Dynasty for Jaden Reed. Boy, did he shit the bed. Christian Watson, he had some life back to him. When he's on the field, man, he's good. He's exciting, but he never is on the field. It's crazy. So,
I will put some of that non-excitement, though, on the shoulders of your boy, Malik Willis, though, as well. Right?
I'll give you that. Yeah.
They weren't out there slinging the rock around when Love was out, right? So, we'll see.
Yep. Panthers might even draft another wide receiver in the first round. That's what I'm reading today. They were asked, and the little comments here and there, he's like, hey, there's no rule against drafting 3 wide receivers. Wide receiver 3 years in a row in the first round. And I read, it was pretty interesting. The last time that this happened was pretty successful, actually. It actually was miserable. I'm joking. The Lions tried it. They took a few guys, and one of them was Roy Williams. I can't remember the other 2. Somebody watching this show is probably yelling at their camera right now, or whatever they're listening to, but didn't go well. And then, mind you, 2 years later, they got Calvin Johnson. But yeah, I don't know what the Panthers are going to do. They need help in a couple areas. They overperformed last season, in my opinion. I know nothing in their offseason yells, that's a great pickup to me. It's just John Mechie.
Kenny Pickett.
Hey, baby, let's go. Yeah, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. That's a lock. Yes. The big one, like I said.
What's his name's gone then, huh?
Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton is gone, and he signed with somebody too, I think. So the one thing, like I said, I like John Mechie. Mechie's a good fit there. I think he's going to fit well in that offense. I really do. If he gets opportunities, he wasn't seeing anything in the Texans. He was just an overcrowded room, and he was struggling with cancer and injuries. So we'll see how this goes. I'm rooting for you. Really am rooting for him. Patriots, the controversial team here that everybody's been talking about all season because of not football. I mean, Romeo Doubs, we talked about. Big addition for them. Stephon Diggs, gone.
Tommy DeVito.
Oh my God! Stop the show. I mean, that's game changing. Soon to be AJ Brown, most likely, but the big one, like I said, Romeo Doubs, Stephon Diggs is out, so really new looking team. Kind of when you look at that offense, Antonio Gibson's out there as a running back. Travion Henderson, hopefully he gets his opportunity to just run away with it this season. No pun intended. Yeah.
Well, with the Patriots, I'm going to say one thing. I think they overachieved last year. I think schedule helped them quite a bit. I'm excited to see how things go this year for them. I still think they'll be pretty competitive. I really do think, though, the Bills are going to run away with that division this year.
Drake May,
yeah, I think he does okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mean, I think so too.
I think he'll be all right. I just think that, unfortunate, it's not Patriots' fault. They just were, I guess, rewarded in a sense for their schedule last year. I mean, that's just, I mean, the QB matchups, whenever you've seen them all, right, when they broke all those QB things down, it was crazy that how lucky in a sense they got with that. And they had one of the easier schedules in the league. So
you said that all season. You're preaching that all season, and it showed. It really did at the end of the season. You nailed it. And I think people were getting on that bandwagon as the season progressed too. People were finally realizing the strength of schedule was getting them all those wins. But Vrabel, coach of the year, in my opinion, he deserved it. I really feel that way. He took a shitty team and you won the games. You won when you had to win, or you won the games you were supposed to win. That's the right way to put it. A lot of coaches can't do that. So, Raiders, man, let's talk about our Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, so
I'll say your Las Vegas Raiders.
It started off well. Max Crosby got traded out of town to the Ravens for 2 first-round picks. It was looking fantastic, and then the world just comes crashing down 2 days later. Ravens claim he failed a physical.
Oh, yeah.
And he's back, and that sucks, but it is what it is. We're not going to win any more games with or without him, so it doesn't really matter. Would have been nice to have those first-round picks, though, I think. And then we have the number 1 pick, so excited about that, assuming they're going with Mendoza. And then I actually like the Kirk Cousins signing for Mendoza.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the contract amount, obviously, he's not going to get paid all that money, but I think him being there is going to be good for Mendoza.
I can't call out the X account that said it, but I love it. Kirk Cousins needs to be a general manager when he's done. This guy can negotiate the shit out of contracts.
Well, it's his agent,
or his agent. Either way, somebody on Kirk Cousins' team needs to run some organizations at this point. Go to the freaking Saints. The Saints can't manage a book for their life. So I'm telling you, the Raiders, I like Kirk Cousins a lot there. I think it's a really, really good stopgap. Huge improvement between over Geno Smith. And outside of that,
and just got to get people to get the ball too, right? I mean, obviously, we've done well at the tight end position there, but like, they need receivers. They need a lot. So
they do. They do. We will see what happens. And don't they have 2 first-round picks? They do, right?
That I'm not sure if that's possible. I don't really care. I just bought the first one for me.
I just want to see what they do.
I'm not a big draft guy, as you know.
Yeah. I need to see what the Raiders can do. Like you said, they need to improve their pass catchers. Ashton Genty had a really down year last year. A lot of people had high hopes for him. I was one of them. But when you sign a guy like Jalen Naylor, and I think he's in your mix as a wide receiver, like starter, it's bad. That's a bad thing. That's very bad. I like Trey Tucker. He's fun. Jack Bash didn't do much for me. The other big signing that people aren't talking about there, Tyler Linderbaum, all-pro center coming from the Ravens. I love that signing, man. You're going to get a rookie quarterback underneath. You want a guy that's going to be calling plays with him and calling out blitzes, and Tyler Linderbaum's that guy. So that's a huge signing, in my opinion. Very good one. Let's go Rams.
Higbee re-signed. That's
Mhm.
about kind of what I see here, as far as changes, I guess.
I am pissed about the Tyler Higbee signing. I made a trade after the season with high hopes of snagging one of those young tight ends in the Rams, specifically my boy, what's his? I'm brain farting here. Terrence Ferguson. Terrence Ferguson, when given the opportunity, he looked good, man. So I gave up a 3rd-round pick for him. Still probably got good value for it, but with Tyler Higbee back, I mean, in the way they rotate Colby Parkinson, who's still there, the other guy, Davis Allen, right? Isn't that his name or some shit? But Tyler Higbee's going to block the shit out of him. I'm telling you now. Robert Woods finally retired. I forgot he was playing.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yes. That was a nice announcement, Yeah, I saw another post too. T.Y. Hilton officially retired. He hasn't played in the NFL for like 3
Okay.
years.
Yeah.
So people were like, could I just say like I'm retiring from Best Buy because I stopped working there 5 years ago? Like, how does this work? Let's get into the Ravens, man.
So Ravens, obviously, yeah, we talked about the Max Crosby thing. They end up
mhm.
going out and getting Trey Hendrickson, signed him to a massive deal. And then other than that, I'm new head coach, right? They
Yeah.
give Huntley a extension. They released Cooper Rush. I was actually, not to go too long on Cooper Rush, I was kind of surprised that the Cowboys signed Howell instead
And
of
not
Rush.
Rush.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and just brought him
How's a
back.
bigger arm? How's a bigger arm?
True, but Cooper
Yeah.
didn't play bad in that system.
Yeah,
Well,
he did not.
yeah,
He looked like shit in the Ravens,
right.
but
Oh yeah,
I think, yeah.
that was super disappointing last year. Like, for what I remember when he started that week, everyone's like, it'll be a little bit of a decline, not too bad, right? That was atrocious.
That was from Tyler Huntley, Snoop Huntley. That
Mhm.
was a downgrade. That's what's crazy. They re-signed him, so he got more money. Good for him. Yeah, I don't know. I like Durham Smythe. He's a backup tight end, pretty much. He played for the Dolphins, had some decent games where he looks okay. But the Ravens love to do those 2 tight end sets. Mark Andrews got re-signed. I mean, cool. Is he going to drop balls in major situations? Probably. Is he losing value in dynasty? Yeah, he's old, man. So I don't know. If you're a contender, maybe make a play for him. Give up a pick, late second. You might be able to get him. Put him in your starting lineup. But yeah, there's not much competition out there. The Ravens need, once again, another team that needs help in the receiver department, a few other areas, in my opinion. Saints, here we go. A lot of moves for the Saints. They signed Noah Fant. What else did they do? Any other big names?
ETN's there.
Oh, yeah. That was massive and dumb and confusing. The team that
Kamara
can't.
technically
Yeah.
still there.
Oh, yeah, he
I don't know
is.
how long that's going to last, but that
Yep.
is still a thing. I think, I mean, the Saints look okay towards the end of the year, right? After they put in, what's his name?
Yeah.
Yep.
Tyler Shook is
Shook, there you go.
he's their guy, man. And I got him on a couple dynasty teams. If you listen to our show early, I said draft him. He's got a good opportunity there, and he got the starting gig. So I think he deserved it too, in my opinion. I don't know. Well, I'm not impressed with that team. I think they're going to be pretty shitty. I'm not impressed at all. So they need to blow it up, and they just refuse to do that. Every year, it's like, dude, just give it in.
I don't know. I felt like last year, towards the end of the year, that it was okay, right? Like, Kellen Moore is kind of, I think he's creative enough to get a good offense there. We'll see. Maybe Zach Wilson brings a spark to the team as well. So.
Yes, there you go. That's it. Seahawks, Super Bowl champions. Anything you want to get into on this one?
No, I don't think they'll do it again. That's my bold prediction.
That's that's not a bold one. I agree with it. Manuel Wilson was signed there. He played for the Packers for a little bit, played for the Cardinals. He's probably going to get to see the ball a few times there. Let's see. Rashid Shaheed was re-signed. I loved that trade last year. I thought that was an excellent trade for them. He might have really helped them get over the finish line there. You saw what he did on special teams. He was like that impact player like Percy Harvin was years ago for them. So excited to see Rashid Shaheed this season, and I think he's a good buy if you can get him on your team. So I really do. Steelers, couple big things here.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
McCarthy being there now, I would assume that Rodgers is coming back to play at least one more year then. And I guess Pittman, right?
Yeah, that was huge. They traded Pittman was a captain on the Colts team for a lot of years. He really catches contested balls. I like Michael Pittman. I really do. When he's healthy, he's a great receiver. He's old now. He's definitely lost some steps. If you look at his separation numbers, they're not the best. So it's a good one. Rico Dowdle, they signed him because obviously they got rid of Kenny Gainwell. Kenny Gainwell played really well down the stretch last season, and Aaron Rodgers leaned on him heavy. Probably made one of the coolest catches I've ever seen in my life. That Kenneth Gainwell catch where he was on the ground and caught it. Reminded me all those years ago when the Packers did that. Antonio Freeman, I think. But Rico Dowdle, good signing for him. He's going to see the ball a lot. I really feel that way. He did really, really well in Carolina. And then Jonnu Smith, he's released, which means Darnell Washington, man. It just wheels up for the big boy. I really think he's going to get more opportunities, and people love Pat Freiermuth for some reason. Show me why. Please, somebody tell me why you love Pat Freiermuth. Now, let's move on to the Texans.
Texans made a lot of moves. Nothing too crazy in my opinion here. Did anything stand out to you? I see Mixon's gone, right? Released.
Yep. Well, he was out all season last season, pretty much. You know what I mean? So he didn't really. The John Mechie, they got rid of him. That doesn't
Montgomery
hurt them.
being traded in, right, from the Lions. That maybe is good, I guess. Yeah.
They traded away. I think they traded away a few more tackles and offensive linemen. Like, I don't know what's going on with that. They got David Montgomery, like you said. That's a big one. They re-signed Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz played excellent last season down the stretch. He really did, man. He really played very well and overperformed for his age and what he did the previous seasons. I wasn't shocked, but at the same time, I was like, that's pretty damn impressive. So, yeah, that's another big signing, in my opinion.
And then a team that no one really cares about, the Titans. I do think they have an interesting situation going on at QB there.
Trubisky. That's what they're going to do. They signed Mitchell Trubisky there. Let's get a little controversy now going. You know, it's Cam Ward versus Trubisky.
I think
see what happens.
The whole Cam Ward versus Levis is going to be a thing.
That's a bold move. That's a bold call. We'll see. I disagree. I don't think so. I think it's Cam Ward's team. I really feel that way. I like Wan'Dale Robinson. He's made me money in the past. He's a wide receiver's like PPR stud, and in that Titans offense, I think he's going to have a good opportunity to catch a lot of balls. So, good signing for them. He fits well in their system. He fits a need that they really, really didn't have. And then the Vikings. This is the last team, man. This is huge too. Kyler Murray.
I'm confused.
Go ahead. Yeah,
I'm confused because JJ McCarthy was like the greatest thing walking last year. So what happened? What happened?
It wasn't the greatest. I was wrong about him. I was wrong about Justin Fields. I wasn't crazy about JJ McCarthy. Embarrassing enough, I was more into Justin Fields. So I don't know. I guess you're right. I'll say it again. You're right.
JJ McCarthy. Told me Blake Bortles was going to be really good too. So you have that one there too.
Well, he was on a shitty Jaguars team.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah. That arm, man. You just watch those throws he made. He was incredible in college, man. It's incredible. Let's go through some guys still hanging out there. You got Joe Flacco. He's come out and said he's pissed because nobody's signing him as their number one quarterback. That made my life. Did you see that interview? He's like, it's just not. Yeah,
kind of. But like, I don't know. Like, he's not a full year QB.
Yeah. So. Well, you know where he just visited today? The Steelers. So there's that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. So that way if your 42-year-old doesn't sign, you have a 41-year-old.
Yeah.
You know, that's the way to do it.
You're a little younger.
We got a younger. Yes. The Rooney family. You got younger. That's excellent. And then Russell Wilson. No. Jimmy Garoppolo. Meh. You know, Joe Mixon, we talked about, he's gone. Najee Harris, this one surprised me. He's looking good in all his workouts. He's been posting some videos, and he looks pretty damn good. One of the guys we forgot to talk about was Brian Robinson. He signed with the Falcons, so that's going to be pretty hilarious too. We got both B-Robs there, and somebody's going to make a horrible mistake on draft day. Guarantee it. Somebody's going to put up B. Robinson, and they're going to get stuck with the wrong Brian. Wrong Robinson. Juwan Jennings still out there. I'm a little shocked by that one. I thought he'd be signed by now. And then obviously his former teammate, Deebo Samuel, still out there. Tyreek Hill, Keenan Allen. There's a lot of big names out there. I
I think
draft's going to dictate where these guys go.
The Jennings thing probably surprises me the most right now. I mean, Debo, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I think he kind of had a bad reputation after everything that went down in San Francisco.
He did.
But I don't know. Obviously, someone's going to take a shot on him and take him in. But I think you're right. As soon as the draft kind of settles itself out, then a lot of these guys might get picked up.
Jobs. They'll get jobs pretty quickly. Yeah, for sure. Stephon Diggs, another one. Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I just don't know what the appetite is for that right now.
I'm not signing his ass. Maybe it's going to be a contender late in the season that takes a shot on him.
His brother too, right? I mean, Trayvon Diggs is out there too. Like that's kind of the thing right now. Both those guys out there.
Yeah, I saw that. I did see that. It's a riot. Trayvon Diggs is not what he used to be. He had a huge season with all those picks, and then he just got beat repeatedly. If you look at his numbers, he's not worth the pickup. If you pick him up, he's not going to be your de facto D-back 1 or 2. He's going to be fitting in a rotation probably. Correct. Stephon Diggs, like you said, he's crazy. So we'll see what happens with that. He's still talented.
Sure.
Yeah, he can. And Keenan Allen's another one. When given the opportunity, he'll probably sign with the Chargers again. Wouldn't be shocked to see that. They love him there, and he loves it there. Njoku, we brought him up earlier. Darren Waller, a guy that really impressed me. I did not expect him to do so well, even though we bet on him his first game back. Remember that, Dan? That was a nice day. He's still unsigned. I thought he probably earned a spot because of what he showed he can do in the red zone and in those contested balls. I think he's coming off an injury though, right? Isn't he injured?
He got a little banged up there with the Dolphins.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I hope he comes back and does well again. It was cool to see that. Then outside of that, you got a bunch of offensive linemen sitting out there. I think there's a lot of teams that need help there. And that's about it, man. I don't have anybody else to really dive into. You know, I think we kind of covered everything. That's a lot. We might have missed some. If we did, just ping us or message us on X and say, yo, bro, you missed this guy.
Yeah.
And
speaking of X, we have an X account.
We do. Finally did it.
We do.
So you don't have to follow Dan or I. You can just follow us. That's
correct.
What is our handle now these days? I don't even know.
Yeah, that's good.
At Stardom Benham.
There you go.
So follow us on at Stardom Benham. We're going to get more into the draft next week. Really happy to be back, man. Like I said, we apologize. I apologize, not Dan. I apologize for not being online for a minute. Life happens. I think you all know that. Although we're making so much money making this podcast, I had to prioritize other things. But you know how it goes.
Draft is next Thursday.
We will be online before then. We'll be recording again next week, and we'll discuss the draft. All right?
Bold statement.
It's a bold statement. We'll see. We can pull it off, Dan. I know it. We're gonna try to get out here every week during the offseason. In a few weeks, we're gonna review our picks from last season, our full season picks, and have fun with that. And then we're gonna make our new season picks, like I said, with our special guest. It's gonna be Justin Boone. I'll just tell you, the Fantasy Pros winner again. He's the best ranker in the world in fantasy football. Honored to have him on the show, and he'll be on. So I'm confident enough. I'm saying it out loud, Dan. He's confirmed.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great time, and see you next week. Appreciate it.
Yo, my raps volted, here my memory banks, they never be released.